Alright, so this is Shoreside and the last island in the game, and probably the trickiest, especially to like people just starting out. You might notice that I've got more money than before, and I'm in a Banshee instead of a Stinger like when I left the last video, and that's because, like an idiot, I didn't save, so I had to find my nearest save, which was an old all missions practice save. But still, the same thing applies, you know. I haven't got 30k rockets because I didn't have them in all missions. But I can still do this the exact same way that you do it, so yeah. Worry about that. So yeah, this is Grand Theft Auto, and this is dodoing fun. Now, you don't have to do dodo straight away. I can't remember if I did or not, it's been quite a while. But I would recommend you practice this flight at least, because it does save quite a bit of time coming back. The flight just coming up in the next mission. The dodo is awkward. There are guides on YouTube on how to fly it on PlayStation. Best thing I can sort of say is when you get in it and drive, you want a clear road in front of you, and you want to hold up on the left analog stick, so the nose of the plane starts to dip, and just as it hits the floor, the nose of the plane, or just as it's about to, that's when you let go of holding down. Like, you know, you just bring the analog stick back to, you know, resting, and then what you want to do is tap up. And what tapping up on the left analog stick, not on the D-pad, on the left analog stick, and what that does is it balances your speed and height, so you'll be tapping up and the back of the plane should be coming up and down, the tail end, and that's how you'll gain speed. And when you let go, yeah, just sort of glide. It might dip sometimes. If it does dip, don't press anything, and just carry on. Now, it's hard. It's really hard to explain it, and these fucking people are talking over me. The heads. God knows what's going on here. But what I'll do is I'll start the mission and try to explain as I go. What do you want? No, I haven't. So yeah. But my advice would be to play around with this, and don't let it overwhelm you. So I'll explain a lot more about the dodo as we get to it, because there's certain missions you can do in the dodo, what especially PC runners do, like dodo bait, dodo sam, whereas that's a lot more trickier on PlayStation due to the cop stars. Which you can't get rid of. But anyway, so the routing here is, you know, pretty basic, just straight and then to the bridge. You know, it tells me that I'm probably not going to make the bridge. Making a bridge is important. That's fine. That's not bad at all. But that just sort of comes. There is a bridge cycle, but please don't ask me how and when it comes up. It comes up often. But it can really make a difference if you get good bridge cycle on your travels to Shoreside, which is where we are now. So just come across that bridge and down to the airport. Now, before I go into this mission, I just want to say there's 4 guys in this hangar I'm about to go into. Now, what you want to do, I'll get there and I'll show you before I do anything. So you just come through here at full speed. I just come around this part. Now, here. Now, where them 2 vans are is where they are. They're in there to the right. Now, there's one guy in there with an M16. Now, you need to run him over first. But there's a body on the floor, and if you hit that body, you can sort of bounce. So it is quite awkward. But for fuck's sake, get the guy with the M16, and he is on the left side. So he's left to the plane, your left. As you go in. Now, there's 3 other guys, but they only have AKs or Uzis, so they're not a worry. But if you see that guy right there, he's standing by the plane, he has an M16, he will light you up. I've lost runs like it, and yeah, it's annoying to lose a run here like that. You can, if you want to be safe, stand here and snipe him. So I could get out and snipe him now, but I won't do that. If you could just see to like where them boxes are, there's like a dead body. What happens is as soon as you enter there, that hangar, that guy with the M16 will start to run towards those boxes for cover. So you know you need to try and get him. It's quite specific. I would practice it a couple of times just to know. And then the other 3 guys are around now. You can either drive by shoot them or just get out and shoot them. They won't deal you that much damage. But he's the most important one to get. I can't stress that enough. So what I'll do is I'll go back as if I was just doing the mission. I recommend you do it this way because it's the fastest. But like I say, if you want to play it safe, you can just snipe that guy from there. But this is how I would do it. Just through here, sort of release a bit. And watch that body and just hit him. And then you can sort of drive by shoot and miss like that. Or just get out and shoot. It's you know, I lost a lot of health there. That wasn't very good at all. But, you know, that's how it goes. As long as you get the M16 guy, you're fine. You don't really want to lose too much health for armor there because of what's coming up. Now we're in the dodo. Okay. Dodoing. The fun stuff. So you want to come out, get out. You have to get out to trigger the second part of this mission. Now you want to come through here. Then come through there. Now you want to start holding up on the left analog stick. So I'm holding up. Now I'm holding up and my plane's dipping. Now it's dipped enough. Now I release it and I'm not pressing anything. Now I'm tapping up on the left analog stick. If you can see the plane's movement. I'm tapping up, 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 up. And I let go when I tap up. So I let go, let go, let go, let go. So it's up, just tapping up. And that controls the speed and the height. Up, up, up. Now here there's 2 ways you can do this. I would recommend doing it this way. So you want to now get to this edge of this building, start to pull up slightly on the analog stick. Just let it drift. Just let it drift. Now that isn't great landing, but it's good enough. Okay, so that'll do because I'm not doing dodo bait. I don't do dodo bait. I'm not man enough to do it because it's so tricky on PlayStation that, you know, just land it there. Now you can. It's like kind of kamikaze really because there's a good chance you'll die. Is land it inside this area where them guys are against that sort of pillar in front of you, and then just run straight into the marker. That's risky, but a lot faster than what I'm about to do. Now I suck at this jump. That's why I don't do it. But what you want to do is run, jump on top of this truck, and then sort of turn, look that way, and then run and jump onto that hut, not fall down like that. This is what I mean. This and the camera angles really come into play here because this is awkward and I hate it. So I'm just doing it the safer way for the benefit of the video. But I would normally just land and fly into the construction site itself. But anyway, try this again. Okay. So I'm going to get shot at, and hopefully I don't lose too much health here, which I'm losing loads, and I'm going to die. Because you can get shot in this cutscene. If I get shot in this cutscene, I'm going to die. Yep, I'm dead. Okay, I'm not dead. Alright, well that was really lucky. So yeah, I would recommend not, you know, fucking it up like that. This is actually terrible for a tutorial. I'm half tempted to just do all this again and explain it all again. But we'll carry on. Because we don't really need health for the next mission. So anyway, you head up to the blip, which is back to Donald's. If you see a Banshee on the street, I advise that you'd get it. Because it accelerates faster and it handles better. And it's just a better car in general. But I guess, actually, I'll keep this in because it kind of shows... That's just me knocking the door off because, yeah. But it kind of shows, you know, that what can happen, and that was really close. And you can actually get shot in that cutscene and lose health. Normally 9, I think. So I was lucky I didn't get shot in that cutscene. But again, the next mission you can do with a dodo. But again, if you want to do it with a dodo, I don't do it in the dodo currently, is watch a PC run. One of the latest PC run. but you're a better man or woman than me if you try that. I need to practice it a lot more before I incorporate it into runs. So I advise, certainly for the time being, when you're learning, to just do bait this way. So anyway, into the marker to complete the mission. Now for God's sake, don't run back into the marker, because that starts a mission you don't need to do. And I've done it, and it's a really hard mission to get out of. Normally you would need to die, hence losing your armour, which you might have a bit left, and weapons, which is the most important thing. So anyway, we finished with Donald now. Donald's done. So now we would go to Azuka, back to Azuka, who is now at the construction site. She's location's moved. Now I'm going to sort of play it somewhat safe here for the benefit of the video. You shouldn't have that low health, but if you have, it wouldn't be a bad thing just to pop down here and grab the health. It's not a massive time loss, so you know you're safe now. If you want to watch how I land on that mission in the construction site, watch just any of my runs, because I always do it. But again, with the dodo, there is a bit more dodoing to do, and it's awkward, it's awkward. But you want to come through that gap. Just park where I will. Don't sort of jump out of the way of the marker. But the dodo, it's always hold up on the left analog stick if you're playing on PlayStation. And then as soon as it sort of the nose touches the ground, you just let go of it, and it'll come up in the air. That's when you want to start tapping up on the left analog stick. And that controls its height and everything else. Its height and its speed. It will start to dip, so don't panic when it does that. Just don't press anything. I could have got health here actually. That'd probably been more optimal. So there's plenty of health pickups scattered around the island if you need them. But yeah, the dodo was something that you just want to play around with, and I'm not really the right person to teach people on the dodo, because that was pretty unlucky, because I'm just not brilliant at it at all. It's awkward for me still now. And unfortunately, it's impossible to despawn. So I come back here a bit when the bridge is coming down, so I can get a bit of a run up when it drops, so I'm going over it at medium to full speed. So anyway, off we go. The dodo is a lot of sort of trial and error, and I recommend that you sort of save for Grand Theft Auto, so after dropping the ocean, basically where my video ends for Staunton, and practice it a bit. It's not easy, and if you're worried at first, if you just want to get a run in, I do recommend you just drive. It's not a big deal. It really isn't a big deal at first. It really isn't. You don't want to try and get the best time you can possibly get straight away anyway, work to it. So I'm not really explaining my routing, but it's self-explanatory. Just follow the path I'm taking, the route I'm taking. But you get all three of these guys, so I've got the first one, there's the second. But again, dodo bait is very advanced, especially on PlayStation, or any console really. So I wouldn't think about that too much just yet. If you're willing to, if you've got the balls, then go for it, Watch a PC run and how it goes. But I'm still not quite there yet with that. So I'm not going to try and attempt to make myself look like even more of a fool than I already have. Okay, so that's the last one. So off we go now. So they're all going to follow me. This can be pretty slow. The first guy get there quick, but the other two can sort of lag a bit behind. It's important not to get out of your car, because it can mess with the AI. Then you have to go and have to go to their car again, so they follow you again. So basically what I do is I never get out. I just reverse and park here and wait for them. And on the last one, I'll get out and shoot him with a rocket. But yeah, this is you just wait. Now after this, I will be going to get the dodo. And that's for a mission called Espresso to Go. Where I just fly to Portland. Now the takeoff here, well, you'll see, is a lot more trickier than the takeoff I just done. And if you want, like I say, if you want to just drive back, just drive back. But I will show you how to do it in the dodo. Okay, so just wait for the guy to get out, and then I just flip to weapons, shoot, and that's that. Okay, so that's that. So off we go to the airport. Now, if you're not going to get the dodo here, which some people still don't, you know, like, then just follow the road. However, if you're going to get the dodo, just come through here. You don't want to go like full ham through here because the road's sort of uneven, and it can mess you up a bit. You can flip the car. Flip the car there's annoying because then you've got to run all the way. Thing. So I always take that quite steady. But again, it's the same sort of thing. You're getting it from where you got it on the on Grand Theft Auto. So you just want to come through there, not holding anything now, just driving it like I would a car. Now is sort of aim up. Now I'm holding down. I'm holding up on the left analog stick. Holding up, and it dips. So just before there, let go, and it'll come up. And this is where you want to tap the left analog stick. So just keep it straight as you can. Don't worry if it dips, but you always want to keep tapping the left analog stick. Just up, let go, up, let go, up, let go, up, let go, and that will sort of keep it from going too far up in the air or too low down. If you hold down on the left analog stick to try and save it, it will, you know, that'll be the end of the flight. You won't be able to, so you don't want to ever press down. Only when you're landing. So like now, I'm just gonna try and land it without ruining it. Because like I said, my landing isn't good. Then I just move a bit forward, and then meh. It's okay, you know, it's not great, but it's good enough. So now I just start Espresso to go. Now Espresso to go isn't too bad if you know where they are. So if you wasn't doing this in the dodo, you would start in Staunton, and you'll see their locations as I get them. However, it would be different. So like now I've got the dodo, so I'm flying to Portland. So if there's anything in your path there, just hit despawn, then go. Now looking behind prevents cars from spawning. So I'm looking behind and holding up on the right, left analog stick, let go, and off I go. And now I'm turning towards Portland this time. Now I'm dipping, but that's not a problem. Just turn out of that dip. This isn't the best flight I've ever done. It's pretty slow. I wouldn't recommend this at first. If you're happy to just get a run in. Now the Banshee won't spawn on PlayStation there, because it hasn't got enough time to load into the game. It only spawns when you go over the top of it, but that's no good. So I fly straight to south, just like that, just crash land, easy, and then out you come. And you want to get in this Mafia car. So you should still have 30k rockets. I don't, because like I say, this is a different save I loaded. Just park there, jump on top, and then there's the first door. And this is when your timer will start counting down. So just shoot, done. Now off you go. So you can either jump off or slide down. Sliding down probably isn't advisable in the rain, but whatever. It probably is a bit, but that's fine. Just do it like that, it won't hurt. So, and we want to get into the Banshee. That's important because it's so much, you know, it's a quick car. If you can get the door off here, by all means go for it. If you're stuck like I did, and you know, stuck with it, I would try and despawn a lot through here because the Mafia hate you, so they're going to shoot you. This would be good despawning practice. Obviously, you don't want to be doing that. So now I've basically fucked my Banshee before I've even started, which happens, you know. This is what happens in runs. I'm not going to show you it perfectly because this will more than likely happen, you know. Now I do hit this one, so I'm going to hit it. Not full speed, just sort of bang into it. But yeah, there you go. So you just want to follow this route in, and then you finish now in Portland. There's 2 in Portland, 2 in Shoreside, and 5 in Staunton. So we're going to Staunton. So you just despawn. It's easy to practice the despawn here. and then you want to just take that's the first left here. First left, and then straight up the road. And then as you sort of come near them, they start to appear on the map. So there, so you just sort of handbrake, turn there, out you get. And then just switch to your rocket. You should normally still have the rocket, shoot, and off you go. Now, I probably should have got that Banshee because, you know, my Banshee's wrecked. But we'll carry on. So you just want to cut straight through there. And then stand here, just turn and shoot, and there's that one. What I might do, and then just down here, the next one's by the church, CZ. But what I might do is, I might do this in a car and record it without flying, and then put it in the description, put a link in the description. I will do that actually. So I'll do a Dodo-less espresso to go, so you can see how to do it if you know, not ready to fly. Anyway, you park. Should just say you want to sort of park adjacent to like the sidewalk, and then sort of get out and then shoot that thing from there in the park. And then this is the last one in Staunton, so just turn. But you want to be quite careful of cops. It's getting busted on the machine. It's annoying. But there you go. That's easy. Then you want to come through this entrance in the park, release the throttles. You don't want to go full speed, and just over the top, easy as it goes. Easy as it goes. What the fuck? And then yeah, over to Shoreside. Shoreside's exactly this. Shoreside's exactly the same as if you were to do it. You know, Dodo-less. Portland, the order in Portland and Staunton's a little different, but not much. Anyway, you want to come down there, then just turn down here, go over the grass, then sort of park around here. That should be fine, and you can see it there. So just aim at the top of it, and there you go. And then the last one is, you want to come this way, come over this bump. The last one is is at the hospital in Shoreside. So this saves like a little bit of time if you come through here just to cut that corner off and then up through there. But if you just take the road, it's fine. Yeah, it's round here and then just there. Now you can either hit it or shoot it. I hit it because my Banshee's got great health. Now if you were doing Sam, if you had like the biggest balls in the world and was doing the Sam shot in the Dodo on PlayStation with 4 stars, then good luck to you. You'd go and get the Dodo down that way. How we got it for Espresso to go. However, this is how I do this next mission. So I just drive back the way I came, back to Azuka's. For Sam. Now again, this is more dodoing and another tricky dodo, so I advise that you practice the dodo. I'll do it the way I do it, but it's not a necessity to do it this way at first. So you want to come over and you just want to jump off this part there. So midway over the bridge, jump. So just freeze frame, just pause the video and look. Come through there, back to Azuka. Now on this mission, if you're not doing the shot, you've got plenty of time to grab. Well, getting in the mission marker definitely helps. So here, you've got a really big timer. If you know your routing well, then it's easy to get there with more than enough time. So I advise you stock up on health here and armour. So come out, you probably will need health and armour, so do your first left. Don't look at the blips on the map because they're just off-putting. So you want to come to ammunition. Don't need any weapons. Well, you do need weapons for this mission. You need one rocket at least. And then just get some armour, whatever. I didn't need that sniper, but there you go. And then just go straight through like you would on Espresso to go through the park. Again. And there's every like little bit of health helps, so get the health pick up on the bridge. It doesn't matter if the bridge comes up here because again you've got so much time to burn. So this doesn't mean a thing, it's absolutely fine. I mean, don't wait that long, you know, start to go when you see the bridge coming down. Don't ruin your Banshee. That's going to blow. Lucky we've got enough time here. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right, okay. If you're as bad as me and this happens, don't panic because you've got so much time. I'm trying to do all this in one take. So, yeah. Shit's gonna happen, and shit will happen to you on the run, you know. Like I say, if you want to see how I've runs done pretty well, then watch my 120 on Twitch, which I'll put a link in the description of that, and along with the Espresso to go. Dodo list Espresso to go. Okay, so here again, it's just like Grand Theft Auto. You want to go into the bunker or hangar and grab a Dodo. If you're going to do it in a Dodo. If you're not going to do it in a Dodo, then just keep your Banshee. You're going to have to YOLO back with 4 stars, so that might be tricky. Just get back however you can, you know, the way you came. Good luck. That's all I can say. Right, you want to come through these 2 helicopters, and you see where there's like a ramp. Just forget those guys, they're not important. However, if you need a rocket, snipe one of those guys, he has a rocket. But anyway, they won't shoot you if you don't go too close to them. Just by this little light thing I park about there, and then get out and just get my rocket ready. Stand around here, just aim around there and just wait. So when you see it coming, just as when it gets in to the box, shoot. It's fine. And then run towards it. Now it double explodes here, so just get what package you can, but don't get too near it because that happens. It sort of explodes twice. Picking these packages up is awkward. So if you're doing it Dodo-less first, which I probably advise, you'd be driving over these, which is a lot easier. But anyway, if you're going to try it with a Dodo, then here you go. So basically just hold up again on the left analog stick like you would on any takeoff. Let it sort of dip like it's dipping now, and then release and it'll come up, and then just tap left analog stick up. So I'm tapping it up, you know, I'm not going too fast, just keeping it in check. What I'm going to do here is go under this bridge. Now the camera angle is weird here, so don't panic. So just keep flicking up. It's starting to go a bit out of control, but that's what it does. And there you go. It takes a lot of like fiddling about with the thumb on the analog stick. You really want to try and land here because you want to use this for the flight to the exchange. So just balance, straighten out, and then come down. And that was actually the best landing I've done in this tutorial so far, so that's fine. And that's Sam. So now for the last mission. Ransom's just a cutscene mission. So if you're not doing this in a dodo, if you're not flying to the exchange, just get in the car and you just want to drive to Catalina's, which is on Shoreside, so over the bridge, and just follow the blip. But anyway, here is where I mess up quite often in runs. I think I choke because I get nervous. So you can despawn now. And here we go. Now I've got a clear road in front of me. Angry driver, I'll let him get on with it. So now I look behind and holding down. Or holding up, sorry, on the left analog stick. Clear path and release. And off we go. Tapping up nearly all the time. If you can see now I'm kind of moving the dodo. Now I'm tapping up a bit. It will glide. Holding X doesn't do anything, by the way. So you can let go of X if it's feel comfortable. I just keep hold of X because it feels more natural for some reason. But anyway, here we go. Now it will, if you don't touch it, it will come up, but then it'll start to come down. So when it comes up, that's when you want to sort of tap the left stick, and then here you just want to aim for the road, hold handbrake, just regular brake. There you are. Park it there. Grab the nearest car to you, which is the Banshee, which is fine. Now there is a way to do. Okay, I'm gonna pause. Now, if you've got big balls and you want to do dodo exchange, it is possible on PlayStation. And I actually got a video on YouTube of it, which I'll put in the description as well. What you want to do is you want to park the dodo where I've basically parked the Banshee. Now, you'll see in the video that the triggering point for the cartel to spawn, the second part of the cartel to spawn, because the first guys will spawn, but you need the second part to spawn in order to trigger, later on you'll trigger a cutscene. It's a very specific point. It's unlike PC where you can kind of just fly near the dam and they come. Because of like the loading process with PlayStation, which is nowhere near as good as PC, you have to really hit a specific point. It's very, very risky. It will save you quite a bit. It'll save you a minute compared to the strat that I'm about to do. Again, I don't advise doing it until you know how to fly the dodo well, and you've got a few runs under your belt. I would do it the way I just did it, or even if you're not quite ready for the dodo, just drive here. It will cost you probably 45 seconds. If you get bad bridge, well over a minute. But shit, you're building up to your best times. I mean, shit, my first time was like a 1:35, and now it's a 1:20. So that's how it goes. But here, when you come in, you sort of just go into the mission marker, and I'll kind of say how I go. So you park there. Don't worry about that cop, he's irrelevant. Now you just want to keep spamming X, and this guy drop a pistol. So you pick that pistol up and shoot the guy nearest the gate entrance. Pick up that Uzi, that will help. Okay, I didn't lose too much health there, but you really want armor and health here. You really do, especially for this strat that's coming up. There is armor in a garage. If you turn round there, you can get some armor in that compound that I was just in. Anyway, it's the last entrance you want to go through here. So the last entrance on the right, then through this, then just sort of tenderly go down there. Just fall down there easy. And then you want to sort of level yourself up here and just smash through the center of these cartel vans. That's it, If they shoot you too much, just get out and run. And then you want to come here to your sniper. Right, so you want to stand about here, and then it doesn't really matter how you get them. You want to probably get the furthest away guys first, because you want to pick up the two guys here. They've got M16s. You want to pick them up. So I just do it like that, sort of from left to right. Get this last guy, and then run to the M16s. There's two here. I advise picking them both up. So that's 1, 2, and then there's one guy there. The recoil on this gun is revolting, which you'll see. But it doesn't take much to kill these guys. Then drop it, because you'll run faster. Then before these guys can shoot you, shoot them. like so. Well, not like that. I mean, you know, actually shoot him if you can. Right. If you need health, there's health there. So that could come in handy. I would definitely get it if you need it. So you stand about here. Don't go any further because you don't want to trigger this cutscene because you want to kill these two guys. So I'll just shoot that barrel there because it's easier to aim on. Shoot these two guys. And there you go. Now run and the cutscene will play. Now this is YOLO, but it does save for like nearly a minute, so you want to do it. So be spamming X now. Just run. Don't worry about shooting anyone. Run to the side here and behind here so he can't run you over. Keep running down here. Keep running through there, behind them, hoping they don't shoot you. Now you want to run up these stairs and aim at this guy and shoot. Now quickly, there's another guy here. Aim at him because he's got a flamethrower. Shoot. Shoot that guy next to Maria. Get Maria. Shoot him. Then you want to... Maria's behind you. Make sure you see where she is. Get your rocket. Sort of stand. Make sure she's not in the way, which she is. Okay, this is annoying. You don't really want to shoot it there, but I'm going to. And there you go. I mean, that's it. But you don't want to shoot her, and you don't want to stand too close to the edge because the other guys will shoot you because they're still there. But that's it. I mean, like I say, I know I've got to rush through it because I let this woman talk. Oh no, I won't. So, like I say, that's quite tricky, but it's definitely worth doing it like that. I advise definitely doing it like that over Dodo in it, because Dodo will save about maybe 45 seconds compared to that. That's actually a pretty good strat. But don't mess around shooting people you don't need to shoot. Make sure you get that guy at the top of the stairs, the M16, get the guy with the flamethrower quick, and then the next guy next to Maria and then the other guy. Then make sure Maria is in front of you because I've blown her head off before and cost me a run. Now there's not really much else I can say. The Dodo will fuck you up. It will. Expect that to happen. It's an annoying thing to learn. And I recommend minimising your use of it at first until you get more comfortable with it.
I broke a nail and my hair is ruined. I mean, can you believe it? This one
bang. And yeah, it's a nice feeling to get your first run in, you know, no matter really what the time is, unless it's like a ridiculous badly bad time. It's not too bad. Sort of like I say, if you die at any point, you can go and pick up some rockets at Phil's where you did arm shortage in the previous video. You know, like dying this late on wouldn't be a reset for someone just starting out. So you just, because you only really need one rocket for Sam, and you know, a few rockets for Espresso to go. You could do Espresso to go in with grenades. It's more awkward, but it can be done. And like I say, stick with the Dodo. Remember, it's, if you're playing on PlayStation, it's or PlayStation 4, I should say. It's hold the left analog stick up, so the nose dips. As soon as it dips, just about hit the floor, let go of it. The plane will fly up in the air. And then that's when you want to just keep flicking the left analog stick up, and that'll sort of control your height and speed. And the more you play around with it, the more you'll start to feel it. Turning sharply is bad. Don't turn sharp because it'd be hard to get it back controller. You want to just ease your way around corners if you're going to be turning with it. If anything's suffered on that, you know, it's horrible. If you've got any questions, like honestly, I'll be happy to answer them. Just put them in the comment section. I will put the Dodo Exchange if you want to try that, because I've got a video of that, but I don't recommend it yet unless you get really good. In the description I will put my current PB, which is a 120/40 something, in the description, so you can just watch that, because this was a bit of a mess, but that's what happens in runs, you know, shit happen. And I'll put the Dodo less Espresso to go in, so you can watch that if you're not ready to do it, to fly to Portland, because again, that flight's quite awkward to do on that stretch of road. Like I said, looking behind will prevent cars from spawning, but not despawn cards if they're already there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So again, I stream quite often, quite regularly. So if you've got questions you want to speak to me, live, then just come into my Twitch channel. If not, ask questions. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If I haven't covered anything, I probably haven't. I probably forgot loads of things. Just say any question, just ask. But yeah, I'll leave it there, and yeah, I did that in one take. I'll take it. So yeah, all right. See ya.